I stretched my arms across the room as Mara stood with an easy grace, the air seeming to shift around her. I wavered when her eyes met mine, her mouth curving into that sly little smile she was famous for. Then her fingers brushed the first button of her blouse. "Guess I shouldn't just sit here doing nothing," she said lightly, letting the fabric slip from her shoulders in one slow, deliberate motion. Before we go any further, tap like and subscribe. It takes a moment and helps more than you think. Now back to it. I swear, if I don't get laid soon, I might actually lose my mind. The confession tumbled out too fast, too unfiltered after 2 glasses of wine. Too many nights feeling invisible, and I was done pretending. Mara nearly choked on her drink before bursting into laughter. "That rough, huh?" I groaned, sinking further into the couch, the weight of loneliness dragging at me. My last relationship? Let's just say the spark was barely a flicker. And dating now? Just awkward pauses and efforts that lead nowhere. Mara tilted her head, studying me. "So why not choose someone who's actually good for you?" "Yeah, like I can pluck a decent man out of thin air," I muttered. "I don't want just anyone. I want to be wanted, like I matter." She watched me for a long moment, then exhaled with that sharp certainty she got when she'd made up her mind. "I think I have an answer." I raised an eyebrow. "If this is another dating app pitch, nope." She cut me off, swirling her wine with a mischievous grin. "You should borrow my husband." I froze. "Come again." "You heard me." She shrugged, completely unfazed. "Mara." I waited for the punchline, but her face stayed steady. "You're joking." "Why?" "Because he's your husband." Her voice didn't even shake. "Yes." My voice cracked. "Who even suggests that?" "A friend who actually cares," she said simply. I buried my face in my hands. "You're making me sound pathetic." "You said it yourself," she reminded me gently. "You're unhappy. You deserve more." I stared at her, speechless. Even if I thought about it, which I'm not, what about him? Does he know you're saying this?" Her smirk deepened. "Do you really think I'd offer without asking him first?" A pulse jumped low in my stomach. "What do you mean?" "I brought it up earlier," she said casually. "He didn't say no." My thoughts spun. The idea that he knew, that he wasn't opposed, sent a strange pull through me. "Oh my God," I whispered. "Told you," she said with a grin. "He's wonderful, and he knows how to make a woman feel valued." I couldn't form words. She leaned closer, her voice like velvet. "Be honest. If you stopped overthinking, would you say yes?" I should have laughed. Should have dismissed it. But I didn't. And she saw the truth in my face. She sat back, pleased. "That's what I thought." "This is ridiculous," I murmured. "Maybe," she agreed. "But doesn't it sound exciting?" Her fingers hovered over her phone. "Last chance. Tell me to stop." I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. She tapped her screen. One message, "Come over." A soft chime. Silence. "He's on his way," she murmured, watching me. My heart hammered. Minutes blurred, then a knock. Mara stood, smoothed her dress, then glanced back at me. "Ready?" I nodded, though I wasn't sure I had air in my lungs. She smiled like she already knew my answer, then opened the door. He walked in, Jonah, steady, relaxed, certain. His gaze found mine, not demanding, just sure. Even more striking than she'd described. My stomach flipped. Mara laughed softly, curling her arm through his. "Told you," she teased, leading him inside. He didn't stare, but he didn't look away either. His gaze held mine, direct and deliberate. "This is her?" he asked. "This is her," Mara confirmed. He nodded slowly, lips curving, not quite a smile, more like approval. Mara reached for my hand, and though I hesitated, this was my last chance to walk away. But I didn't. Jonah's hand found mine, grounding, sure, and I followed. The door shut behind us, and something in the air shifted. His presence was immediate, steady, and confident, like he somehow understood my body's language before I spoke it. No awkwardness, no guessing, just an overwhelming pull. His face neared mine, and when his mouth brushed mine, the breath rushed out of me. I sank into him, the world dissolving around the edges. Mara's soft laugh curled behind me. "Much better," she murmured, her hands gliding across my shoulders, light, teasing, a contrast to his sure grip. Heat swept through me, goosebumps rising as her fingers found the straps of my dress. One by one, they slipped down. Her whisper grazed my ear, "You're stunning like this." Words failed me. Thoughts faded. Jonah guided me backward toward the bed, steady and certain, and I sank into the sheets, pulse racing. He followed, unhurried, unwavering. Mara stepped away, her dress sighing as she sat on the couch. "Go on," she purred. "Show her what I get to enjoy." A quiet sound rumbled from Jonah, low and focused, before his attention returned fully to me. Every touch sparked through my nerves, his presence wrapping around me like heat and gravity combined. Mara's fingers brushed my arm, featherlight. "You should see yourself," she whispered. I wasn't thinking anymore. Just her tease, his steady hold, together, they unraveled me. "See," Mara murmured. Told you he was amazing. Then she arose, the room's energy shifting with her. I blinked up at her, dazed. She smiled, unfastening her blouse with slow precision. Guess it's my turn. She stepped closer, all certainty and elegance. My breath faltered. She's ready, Mara said softly. Jonah exhaled, hands firm at my waist, and I let myself fall into the moment. No thoughts, just need, just trust, just them. Their closeness blurred the world, time stretching and overwhelming. Mara's voice curled around me, let go. And I did. After everything was quiet and softened, Mara's fingers stayed loosely twined with mine. Told you we'd take care of you, she whispered. I couldn't answer, only breathe, completely undone. For a long moment, none of us moved. The quiet wasn't awkward, it was grounding, almost tender. Jonah sat at the edge of the bed, his hands still resting on my leg, his thumb tracing slow, steady arcs that kept me anchored. Mara curled beside me, brushing a loose strand of hair from my cheek, her smile softer than I'd ever seen it. You look lighter, she murmured. I let out a breath I didn't know I'd been holding. I feel different, in a good way. Jonah exchanged a look with her, one I couldn't quite read, but it felt protective. This wasn't a one-time rescue mission, Mara said gently. You don't have to go back to being alone. Her words hit something deep inside me, a place I'd convinced myself didn't matter anymore. I swallowed. So, what happens now? Mara linked her fingers with mine again. Whatever feels right, she whispered. If you love this video, just like and subscribe, I upload stories like these daily. Also, comment your thoughts on the story. I personally reply to everyone.